and the Adai Tano program. Harley-Davidson of Guam, visit our new showroom now located on Route 8 in Maiti. IP&E, fueling excellence. McDonald's of Guam, I'm loving it. And King's Restaurant, located in Tamuning and Dededo. Always open, always local.
Ahead on Primetime, preparations underway for Monday's inauguration. Chris Barnett has a closer look. Plus, an Italian national charged with installing skimming devices on ATMs strikes a deal. And Guam's delegate Michael Nicholas is sworn into the 116th Congress.
Hafaday and good evening.
Well, Guam is ready to welcome the new leaders of the territory, Chris. Governor-elect Lulian Guerrero and Lieutenant Governor-elect Josh Tenorio set to take the stage Monday morning before officially taking office at Adelud.
Chris Barnett gives us a look at preparations at the UOG Calvo Fieldhouse in Mingilao. Chris?
Here at what will be the scene of Monday's historic inauguration, set to start Monday afternoon. Earlier today, a security and protocol briefing held for island media at the Lou and Josh Transition headquarters. A lot of discussion going on around Guam about the appointments that have been made and announced by the Lou and Josh Transition team. I would say the mood of the island, optimistic, and I was able to go out and talk to some people and see how they felt about the incoming Lou and Josh administration.
It's about time we try some other leadership, because there's a lot in the past that was being said and it's never done, especially for the veterans, So I hope Lou and Mike back in Washington could do something about it.
We're always going to be facing a lot of challenges. It's just like how we deal with them. So, we'll see what opportunities come up to face them and change what needs to be changed.
I'm very excited because it's time for a change, and we'll see what kind of administration for all the ladies control now.
Do you feel like a sense of pride about that or anything, especially with the legislature? We had so many women get elected.
Very. It's time the woman took a stand.
What are us guys going to do?
Watch and learn.
So who wears the pants on Guam?
Lou now. Lou wears the pants and the husband wears the skirt.
As you can see behind me, preparations already underway for Monday's inauguration. Of course, the stations at KUAM bringing you in-depth coverage of that historic occasion. That's Monday. My name's Chris Barnett. Back to you guys in studio.
KUAM's coverage of this historic inauguration begins with our pre-show on Facebook Live at 3:30 p.m. and at 4 p.m. on TV 11 on Monday.
We've got you covered. Keep it locked to our stations and social media platforms for the latest on Inauguration Day.
Also happening on Monday, Leaving Camacho will be sworn in Attorney General of Guam at the Guam Judicial Center's atrium in Hagåtña. That's on Monday at 2 p.m.
As for the 35th Guam Legislature, your senators will take their oath of office at 9 a.m.
Additionally, on Sunday, make sure to catch our special edition of The After Party. Sabrina Salas-Matanani and Chris Barnett sit down with Governor-elect Lulian Guerrero and Lieutenant Governor-elect Josh Tenorio to talk about their plans for the future of the island. The After Party airs Sunday at 6:30 p.m. on TV 8 and 7 p.m. on TV 11.
Well, Senator-elect Tina Muñoz-Barnes will lead the 35th Guam Legislature as Speaker. The Democrat majority late Friday afternoon announced their leadership positions and committee chairpersons. Serving as Vice Speaker will be Senator Talina Nelson. Legislative Secretary is Senator-elect Amanda Shelton. Current Speaker Therese Terlayan, overall top vote-getter in the legislative race, won't have a leadership role, but will serve as committee chair on health, tourism, historic preservation, land, and justice. Meanwhile, Majority Leader is Senator Nelson. Assistant Majority Leader is Senator-elect Dr. Kelly Marsh Taitano. Majority Whip is Senator-elect Shelton, and Assistant Minority Whip is Senator Regine Bisco Lee. To view the complete list of the legislative committees and their chairpersons, check out our website.
Members of the new 116th Congress were sworn in Thursday in Washington, including freshman Guam delegate Mike Nicholas.
It is the most diverse House of Representatives in U.S. history, including the largest number of women lawmakers. Nestor Lacanto reports.
Michael Nicholas is just the 5th congressional delegate from Guam, following in the footsteps of Antonio Wonpat, Ben Blas, Robert Underwood, and Madeline Bordallo, whom he unseated in November's election. The 3-term Democratic senator is now part of a House of Representatives whose majority was reclaimed by the Democrats and newly elected and former Speaker Nancy Pelosi.
We all have the ability and the privilege to serve with over 100 women.
In all, the House now has 102 women members, and the Senate has 25, the biggest boost since the 1990s. It's also the most racially diverse House in congressional history, with several new members opting to wear traditional clothing to the swearing-in to represent their heritage. The House boasts the first two Native American Congresswomen, Sharice Davids of Kansas and Deb Haaland of New Mexico, and the first two Muslim Congresswomen, Rashida Tlaib of Michigan and Ilhan Omar of Minnesota. Kansas's Davids is also one of a record number of LGBTQ people taking office. For Guam's News Network, I'm Nestor Lecanto.
A stabbing on New Year's Day in Harmon leads to two people being placed under arrest. Aaron Siluk and Millie Mold are charged with aggravated assault as a second-degree felony and aggravated assault as a third-degree felony. Both charges include a special allegation of use of a deadly weapon in the commission of a felony. Now, court documents state police showed up to find two victims had been stabbed following an apparent fight. Both were rushed to the hospital to be treated for their injuries. Authorities were able to locate the suspects and took them into custody. Well, as the eve of trial, he strikes a deal.
The man charged with installing skimming devices on local ATMs is a free man, at least for now. Here's more.
His face fit the bill. The Italian man who matched the description of a suspect caught on camera installing skimming devices on local ATMs takes a deal with the government Friday.
How do you plead to the offense of use of a scanning device as a third-degree felony? Guilty or not guilty?
Nicolai Marinelli, through an Italian interpreter, saying sorry.
Especially for the advanced population. It's been a mistake that I'm not going to do it again. And this will serve me as a lesson. I am so sorry.
The plea agreement comes at the eve of trial, which was set to start next week. The deal outlines a 2-year jail term with credit for time served and the remaining balance suspended. That means he's a free man. Public defender Rocky Kingry says his client plans to return home after performing the deal's 50-hour community service requirement. This plan could change if the federal government gets involved.
He may not get out of jail today. He may be held by ICE. That is the federal government, so this court does not, that is a separate case, so the judge doesn't control that case.
As reported, Marinelli has been in jail since August. A vigilant Bank of Guam staffer recognized him at Tamuning Pizza Hut and phoned authorities. Marinelli apparently matched the surveillance photos released in connection to skimming devices found at the Bank of Guam Micronesia Mall Food Court ATM and another at Subway in Agate. Court documents state he was also caught carrying a number of fake credit cards. It was noted no money was actually stolen in this case. A further proceedings hearing is set for February 5th.
Don't fall victim to skimming. As a reminder, always inspect the ATM, gas pump, or credit reader before using it. Block your PIN number and try to use ATMs in an inside location. If your card is not returned after the transaction or after hitting cancel, call your bank immediately.
Yeah, Chris, I know whenever I go up there, I always jiggle or shake the ATM card reader and make sure you be safe.
Most definitely.
All right. Well, arguments were heard Friday on a complaint for a temporary restraining order filed by former Guam Regional Medical City Chair and CEO Margaret Benzon. She was ousted by the new majority owners of the hospital, who are battling with her father-in-law and Medical City founder Alfred Benzon for control of the business. In her complaint, Benzon claims her abrupt removal in November, quote, erodes morale and confidence in the organization, and it's causing confusion and anxiety among employees. She adds that it's also causing irreparable harm to the financial status of GRMC's parent company, GHDI, by placing a $225 million loan in jeopardy. But GRMC attorney Todd Thompson described the complaint as entirely speculation. He says the sky is not falling, as Benzon describes, and that the complaint of a remedy in pursuit of a cause of action is what he said. He further argued that Benzon is not even a shareholder of the company. The legal ownership fight playing out in Manila pits the founder Benzon against his nephew Jose Gonzalez, who seized control along with a group of Singapore investors. Thompson argues that the TRO is extraordinary remedy that would get GRMC's new management in limbo until the Philippine litigation is resolved. Superior Court Judge Elise Iriarte has taken the complaint under advisement.
Receivership has been lifted in a decree effective late last month. Archbishop Michael Burns rescinded the receivership from the 12 Nombre de Maria Cathedral Basilica. As reported, it was back in March the church established an archdiocesan receivership committee to address the $2 million debt resulting from the controversy surrounding the local Catholic Church. Part of the problem, parishioners were giving less. KUAM files show weekly collections previously averaged around 10 grand. At the time of receivership, they dropped as low as $4,000. The end of receivership means the cathedral operations go back to their pastor, Monsignor James Beneventi. In the church's weekly newspaper, Umatuna Sizus, he thanked the ARC and states, quote, "It's important that people know that we have made progress and we continue to do so," end quote.
Well, stick around for more news here on Primetime.
You're watching KUAM.
There are more ways to experience Guam via KUAM News, giving you what you want, when you want, and how you want it. From smart devices, Alexa, what's in the news?
Here's your flash briefing.
Over the web, on mobile, on streaming platforms, with immersive, interactive formats, and via social media where it's more than just content, it's conversation. More ways to keep you informed and entertained whenever you want it, wherever you are, on whatever device you're using.
Cheers to 80 years! It's our 80th anniversary and the gifts are on us. 80 gift certificates, 8 shopping sprees, 8 staycations, and 1 round-trip flyaway for 2 to Manila. So how do you enter? Calvo's Insurance personal home and auto customers are automatically entered. Non-Calvo's customers may enter by receiving a qualified quote. It's our way of saying thank you for trusting us for the past 80 years. For more details, visit calvos.com/giveaway or call 472-6816. Calvo's Insurance, serving Guam for 80 years.
Explore your world wherever you are. Explore your world, home's never too far. Explore your world, no matter how far, wherever you are.
MTO, professional janitorial services with a warm hospitality touch. MTO gives that gift year-round. Pressure wash roofs, pressure wash driveways, lawn service, home cleaning, carpet restoration, office cleaning, commercial window cleaning, floor care. When cleaning is in order, MTO has you covered. Call 647-6861 to inquire on how you can receive the maintenance you deserve.
MTO, celebrating 30 years with you, Guam.
Welcome back. A father mourning the tragic loss of his 5-year-old has now filed 2 separate complaints against the medical professionals who received his sons prior to his untimely death.
Carmen Terlahi joins us with the story.
That's right. It's a heartbreaking story. David Lebowski is still seeking answers after the unexpected passing of his 5-year-old son. Now his official complaint is under investigation.
Nothing can bring his son back. David Lebowski shared the story of his son Asher, who was only 5 years old when he fell ill. His father rushed him to a clinic, but less than 2 days later, his son laid lifeless at GMH.
But kids don't die in the hospital in 22 hours and 48 hours after having a full physical. I'm left not only with a I'm left not only with my son being gone. I don't know what happened to him. I have no idea.
David tells KUAM he has filed a complaint with 2 different boards that oversee medical professionals on Guam. The first complaint alleges Dr. Shin Miyagi did not perform a comprehensive physical. The second, alleging physician assistant Ethan Snyder made errors in his son's records. The Guam Board of Allied Health Examiners, who oversees physician assistants, met Friday afternoon. During the meeting, they did confirm receiving an official written complaint against 1 working medical professional, though HIPAA law prevents the admin from releasing details and names in the case. Marlene Carbolito, acting administrator for the Allied Health Licensing Office, does say that all complaints are reviewed thoroughly, as the board has the ability to suspend and revoke active licenses. Any complaint is forwarded to the Assistant Attorney General. The Board of Medical Examiners is scheduled to review a separate complaint regarding a physician on January 16th.
The family of Asher is now just waiting for the results of that investigation. Back to you.
The family of Asher are now just... Thanks, Carmen, for that report.
Well, it's not the most favorable score, but it's definitely the best for GovGuam over the past 10 years on a scale of 1 to 10, with 1 being the least favorable and 10 being the most favorable. The GovGuam's financial health and performance received an overall score of 2.19. This indicates the evaluator's opinion that GovGuam's overall financial health and performance improved when compared to the reading of the previous year. The primary reasons for the improvement were the positive change in total net position of $51.7 million and the improvement of the intergenerational equity, now at 102.2%. However, the overall poor financial position and poor financial capability of the government continues to drag down its overall score. The results of the most recent performance and audit findings, timeliness, and exception resolution analysis were presented to the island's Government Finance Officers Association in December of 2018. The performer takes the government's financial statements, converts them into the useful and understandable measures of financial performance. Now, Public Auditor B.J. Cruz states the performer is a useful tool to gauge GovGuam's overall financial health and performance. The independent evaluators, Crawford & Associates LLC through USDOI, take GovGuam's audited figures and analyze them to come out with that rating. The numbers speak for themselves.
Well, hundreds of charter flights are expected to be available for Guam this year. The Guam Visitors Bureau predicting a good year for the tourism market.
GVB President Nate Denight credits the hard work of the community for helping to keep the island's top industry booming. Guam is inching its way higher and higher to becoming a trendy destination for travelers from all over. The latest numbers from the Visitors Bureau showed that November 2018 arrivals smashed the 2016 record. That's the year before the North Korea threat temporarily crippled the market. GVB President Nate Denight.
You could see that we recovered pretty quickly from Japan. We still have a ways to go, but our main focus is getting more air seats, and from this October to March, we'll have much more air seats than we did have last year, so we'll definitely see positive increases because of that. But now we have to continue that momentum and look at the summer schedule, which is April through April through October of next year. So, it's a constant, constant efforts needed to first, get the supply, the air seats, the hotels, and then to promote those and build the demand.
130 plus visitors just in November 2018, an 8.6% increase from the year before. Denight says the forecast for the tourism market this year is strong.
And a good balance between Japanese and Korean visitors. So, yeah, it's a good time. So, for the calendar year, we are predicting to be up year on year by a couple, maybe 0.5%.
Along with a variety of events hosted to draw the crowds to the territory, he says the hashtag Instagram campaign has been a major plus, the hashtag currently having more than 72,000 posts on IG. GVB has also been meeting with the Leon Guerrero Tenori administration's transition team to keep the tourism industry alive and strong.
And work with the new administration moving forward to keep that progress going in the industry.
With regional headlines, here's KSPN 2 News.
Hafa-day Guam, here are the headlines for CNMI. 7 members were present for this Senate session, and all 7 voted yes. The new salary, which was passed by the CNMI House of Representatives, means the 21st legislature would receive a salary of $32,000. And now that the Senate has voted yes, the bill is sent to Governor Ralph Torres for a final approval. But if the governor does not approve the new salary, the legislature's pay will go back to a time when they only received $8,000 a year.
It goes back to $8,000 based on the Supreme Court's findings and ruling that the process that came about to the current salary level was unconstitutional, and so therefore it goes back to the time when it was done.
The way the House votes and the Senate votes on the salary are interpreted different ways.
Apparently, they were concerned about the bill requiring 3/4 vote because of the lame duck legislature, and normally the House didn't take that position. Bills that are an appropriation bills that restructure or reorganize government, or in their opinion, bills that affect the expenditure authority. We didn't take that position, and so we didn't require 3/4 vote, but we We're concerned about the conflict of interest provision, and that's why only those that were not conflicted in the House were able to vote on the bill. But it only required a simple majority on our part.
And although all present Senate members voted yes on the new salary for the 21st legislature, there were a few concerns.
Well, the concerns I raised on the floor is can we use the same report to come up with a new recommendations for the new salary? And also the other concern that I have is this going to be a 3/4 vote requirement and the conflict of interest. So the legal counsel gave us the advice and also the opinion from the AJ did not cite for the need of a new commission advisory.
The AG's opinion states that the bill is sufficient because it meets the three-pronged rule of 1, being based on the Consumer Price Index, 2, it is within the percentage change of the accepted CPI, and 3, that the proposed salary is not more than the Commission's recommended salary.
For more news, visit saipantv.com. For KSPN2 News, I'm Ashley McDowell.
Sports is next, but first, here's a look at your weekend weather.
Chuck E. Cheese's Guam is not all fun and games. Our pizza is delicious with the freshest toppings, oven-baked to order. Try the fresh salad bar, sandwiches, and don't forget our mouth-watering wings. Come and eat at Chuck E. Cheese's Guam.
This year is rapidly coming to an end, and the big finish is now on at Cars Plus and Mighty. Get big year-end deals on a big selection of new Ram trucks with savings up to $10,500. Or save up to $5,500 on a new Chrysler Pacifica. How about a new Jeep Compass? Save up to $5,000. With financing as low as 1.99%. Plus, receive a Cars Plus Shell Value Card with every vehicle purchase. The big finish means big savings right now at Cars Plus and Mighty. Cars Plus, driven by you.
Shell's Million Miles giveaway is back, and we're giving 100,000 United Mileage Plus miles to 10 lucky winners. So how do you make your getaway? Just use your Lucky 7 card when you fuel up with 7 gallons or more, and you're automatically entered to win. Fuel up at your nearest Shell station today and start planning your new adventure. No purchase necessary. Some conditions apply. See stores for details.
When catastrophic storms strike, do you know how to respond? The Building Industry Association of Hawaii, in partnership with the University of California, San Diego, is providing free disaster response and preparedness training. This training is designed for first responders, contractors, workers, and volunteers, and is open to anyone who has an interest in being better prepared for natural disasters. Please visit our website or call 888-479-4322.
KUAM Sports is presented by Triple J.
What's up, Guam? Dave Delgado here for KUAM Sports. Thanks for watching. I'll get you programming news on which games you can catch this Monday on the stations at KUAM. I also have some jiu-jitsu news on tomorrow's free seminar. But first off, your Darren's own Athlete of the Week. Check it out.
We're Darren's own Dedido to get the new year started. Athlete of the Week. Today we have Action Iyashi, and here to present him with a check is Eugene. Eugene?
Congratulations on being Darren's own Athlete of the Week. Who would you like to present the check to?
I'd like to donate the check to Manyelu, formerly known as Big Brothers Big Sisters.
You play basketball for Fish and Kun for several tournaments, and you guys are a team that doesn't have a sponsor, but because of the love of the game, you guys come out of your own pockets.
Yeah, definitely. What it is just dedication and the love of the game and what the game brings to the community. And that's where a lot of the times it was mostly out of my pocket, just believing that the power of sports can do for the next group up.
The goal for Fish and Con is definitely to give the kids inspiration from the Micronesian community. You guys want to give them something to look forward to after the high school level.
Oh, definitely. Like I said, with basketball, so many opportunities come out of basketball. With it comes meeting great people, and you never know who they are and what they do on the daily, and you never know what kind of opportunities they'll be able to give you off the court. I decided to kind of step up and want to started with Fish and Con, which Fish and Con meaning there's like the two main dishes back home, our lifestyle back home, and so with that I started a basketball program. We started at KUAM Elite. That's why a big shout out to KUAM Elite for giving me that opportunity to start bringing that FSM, the image of FSM athletes out there using basketball, and then slowly worked our way out there. And 2019, we just look to hope to grow in 2019.
All right, congratulations. Stay tuned to our next Star Red Zone Athlete of the Week.
KUAM Sports Athlete of the Week is brought to you by...
In jiu-jitsu news, the public is invited to come out for a free seminar held by BJJ black belt instructor Bryant Pangilinan. The seminar will run from 10 to 12 in the afternoon tomorrow in Dedido.
Hey guys, this is Bryant Pangilinan, owner of Saber Jiu-Jitsu in California. We're in the middle of opening up my new academy, Saber Jiu-Jitsu, here in Guam, out in Dedido at Daly Plaza. Tomorrow I'm hosting a totally free seminar event from 10 to 12 at the Daly Plaza. If you're unfamiliar with the Daly Plaza, it's right where the old billiards is and the upstairs unit. It's where the Taekwondo Academy once was, and we took over that whole corner unit in the upstairs, and we're going to have some fun tomorrow. So it's open to all teams, all ages, and again, if you're looking to prepare for the Marianas Open next weekend, I'm happy to help out and answer any tournament questions or technique questions that you may have.
Now for some programming news, Monday, January 7th on KUAM TV 11, 4 in the morning, NFL on CBS, AFC wildcard matchup, the Los Angeles Chargers taking on